Hi everybody, thanks for joining us today. We're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the more advanced features of the data viewer component on Thunkable. If you are not yet familiar with how it works or how to get everything for your project set up, we have a couple other tutorials that might be helpful. You might want to go check out first, so we can go ahead and put those in the description below for you. But let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so here we are kind of where we left off in the previous tutorial. You can see my phone screen over here on the left and the project over here on the right. So I have my data viewer list, which is hooked up to the data source from the previous tutorial. These images and text items are bound to the columns in the data source. So this is cool, this is great, but we kind of have some more data in this Google Sheet that we want to take advantage of and be able to display in our app. Some of the things I'm specifically thinking of are these tags with the tag color and the rating, and kind of just making it a little bit more unique, maybe a little bit more the way that I want it to look. So by default on Thunkable, we have a couple of layouts that you can choose from, and they're good. I love them, but they don't always look exactly how you want. So sometimes the best option is to just kind of make your own. So that's what we're going to do here today. So I've kind of started before the video started recording, and I have this group of components that I have built in this project on another screen. So there's nothing kind of out of the ordinary here. If you're familiar with Thunkable, these are regular Thunkable components. I have a row at the top level right here, which is just set to 100% width, and that's about it really. Fit contents height. Inside of that, I have a column, which I've used to lay out all of my other components. It's set to 90% width. It has a background color, a little bit of margin, and some padding just to lay things out a little bit more nicely. In addition to that, I have this image component, again, some margin, a title, subtitle, and text. These are just labels with a little bit of the properties changed. Some of the font sizes are changed, they're bold, and there's some margin around each of them. So this is great. I'm pretty happy with how it looks, and I want to turn this into a custom data viewer layout. So what I am going to go ahead and do is select the top level component, the one that I want to use, and go over to the right here on the properties panel and select this button right here, which is called Save as Data Viewer Layout. Okay, great. So I can go ahead and give this a name. So I will call this tutorial example. And this allows you to select whether you want to use it for the list or the grid data viewer. So today we're going to use the list. We are not going to use the advanced binding for this example, but we will go over that a little bit later. So we're going to use what we call the default binding, and I'll explain exactly what that means in a moment. So I'm going to click OK, and that will get saved. So now we come back to our other screen and our data viewer component. Once again, click here to try and change our layout, and we now have a new option, which you can see, which is the one that we just created. So I'm going to click on that so that we switch to our new layout. You'll see this screen updates on the side. It just looks like a bunch of green rectangles because we haven't yet filled in the data. So we'll go ahead and do that now. So I'll pick the image here for the picture. The title will be the food name, subtitle will be the store name, and the text property is the price, which is right here. And so like I mentioned earlier, this is using the default binding. Basically what that means is we will look through the components that you've built and take any image components and allow you to bind the picture property. In addition, we will look through for any label components, which basically just is text, and allow you to bind the actual text value for those components. So that's what you have here, the one picture, and then the 3 text values for our title, subtitle, and text. And as you can see on the left over here, we have our app updated with all of the data from our spreadsheet, and that looks pretty nice. It's closer to how I want it to look, but it's not exactly. And like I mentioned before, there's kind of some other values in our spreadsheet that we're not yet taking advantage of. So I'm going to go ahead and make some changes so that it is closer to how I want it to look. So first, I think we can kind of improve the look of the image a little bit. So let's make it a little bit more rounded, look a little bit more friendly. 100 looks good, kind of a nice circle there. Okay, and we have a rating, so we're going to go ahead and use our rating component, which is pretty new. I think between the store name and the price seems like a good spot for that. Okay, I'm going to set it to 5. The default value is 5, so you don't need to change this if you don't want to. This is basically the number of stars that are being shown. I do want it to be a little bit bigger. I'm going to make it 28 and a little bit more spacing. So I'll make that 2 margin. That looks good. So the other thing that we had was our tags for kind of dish type. So let's go ahead and take another look real quick. So here's the data. So we have some things, kind of labels for the dishes. So omnivore, vegetarian, vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, so on. And we have tag colors so that, you know, it's a more readily apparent at a glance. We can kind of assign the color to a type. So that's great. We're going to go ahead and take advantage of that. I think what I want is to put that in the top right corner. So I'm going to add kind of 2 new rows. Oh, not there. Sorry. Right here. There we go. So this row is going to be kind of the parent of the next row, which I'll add now. And inside of that row, we will have the label, which will have the actual text for whether it's vegan or pescatarian or what have you. So this first row, we want the vertical alignment to be, or sorry, the horizontal alignment to be to the right. The inner row, we want the width to be fit contents. We do want a little bit of padding, so the top we'll say 4 and the bottom, and then left and right we will say 10. And again, I want this to be a little bit softer, give it rounded edges, so we'll give it a radius, and just for visual purposes we'll give it a background. Let's go with gray for now. The label, I think we can probably make it a little bit smaller, go with 16. Definitely want the text to be white so it's easier to read. And I think that might be it. Maybe give it a little bit more padding. Let's see, let's do that. How does that look? Sure, let's give that a try. Okay, cool. So we've made these changes and I'm happy with how my new layout looks. So I'm going to go ahead and click back on the top level component, make sure that that's selected, and save as data viewer layout. We can call this V2. And this time we will use the advanced binding. So we talked about what the simple binding is, which is basically automatically giving you the option to bind images and text if we find, you know, relevant components inside of the layout that you've created. What the advanced binding allows the user to do is go in and specify which properties of each component they want to be bindable. So we'll go ahead and select that. So the rating is one of the new components that we added. So we want to be able to set the value. This label is the tag, so we want to be able to set the text on that. And then this row is the kind of parent of that tag that we just talked about. So we want to be able to set the background color for that. And obviously, you know, if you are a little bit better with your naming than I am, it'll be more obvious which components you're actually binding. You can see the first kind of set of components I named a little bit more reasonably. So for the title, we want the text. For the subtitle, we want the text. And for the text, we want the text. And then I think we just want the image, the picture. Is that everything? Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So let's save that. Okay. And now we come back to our data viewer. Go to the bottom here, and you can see now we have our old layout and the new one that we just created. We're going to select that, and it does look a little bit funky in the preview right now. That's something that we will be working on, making it look a little bit better. But for now, we will go ahead and select the tag color for the background color, the tag for the text, food image for the image, food name for the title, store name for the subtitle. The rating is going to be the rating, and the text is the price. Great. And there we go. So now it's updated over here. Let me pull the data back up just so you can see. So here we go. So we have the ratings here. So it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Omnivore, vegetarian. You can see this data is propagating here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And there's a 3.5. And so there you have it. That's how you can go ahead and make your own layouts. Obviously, there's a lot of options for you. You don't have to make one that looks just like this. You can kind of make whatever you want. And I think that's what makes it really cool and exciting. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, there's more information in the docs, which will be linked below. And if you have any other questions that are maybe not answered there, feel free to leave a comment, and we will see if we can make some more tutorials to help you guys out. Thank you.